After planting 500 coconut trees, 250 calamansi pepper trees, and raising 120 roosters and hens, one Dededo resident is being evicted from the land he developed for nearly a year after the Chamorro Land Trust Commission received several complaints from neighbors and different government agencies. CLTC Administrator Monty Mofnes says Frank Onodera needs to vacate the 9-acre property that sits on East Sangsong Road in Dededo 60 days following a cease and desist order issued on June 15. Mofnes says they've determined Onodera has been occupying CLTC land with no lease or license, has been operating a business without a business license and under revenue tax scrutiny, and has no written authorization from the Commission to occupy CLTC property.
Reasonably, we have given him time to remove all his improvements and vacate. And the final notice to be served to Mr. Onodera in the event he continues to stay on this property will be served by the Guam Police Department, and he will be escorted out of the property.
The property showcases a sign that reads Sunset Valley Game Farm, specializing in fighting game birds. However, the land is not designated to conduct any sort of business, according to Mofnes. Complaints have also been made that Onodera was selling roosters.
He says that he has planted over 100 seedlings, but basically the nature of the use of the property is for raising game fowls or roosters to that effect. If he is selling, then it's an illegal activity because that lease is an agricultural lease for those lessees that were given a lease.
Mofnes contends that Onodera was not given a license or a lease to use the property. Mofnes adds that he has been civil and amicable, but exhausted all possible remedies. Today, KUM caught Onodera on the property, which featured numerous roosters and hens, coconut trees, and a shrine for his recently deceased wife. What do you say about the complaint that you're operating a business without a license?
I'm not operating a business.
Oh, okay.
That was the complaint, but I don't have business. I cannot. I'm a retired fire chief. I worked 31 years for the government, and I know what's law.
Onodera, who did not want to be shown on camera, claims the complaints were made by people trying to ruin his reputation and want the land for themselves. He attests that he spent nearly $40,000 into improving the property and at first believed the land belonged to his brother-in-law. However, Mofnes says that Onodera is at fault for the confusion and failed to address the lease and the actual owners of the property. Mofnes adds that whatever improvements were made belong to the land, and in this case, the land belongs to the Chamorro Land Trust Commission.
All I want is my reimbursement of the money I spent. If they want me out, I have nothing against it. You know, pay me back for what I spent because I planted so much. I bought. Al-Multi at the beginning told me, go ahead and develop the land, keep planting, keep planting, keep planting. Nobody would chase you out. You know, so that's what I did.
Mofnes wasn't at the commission a year ago, defends he never made those statements, and that CLTC has no plans to reimburse Onodera for his improvements. He says that Onodera can remove all his developments, and should they remain on the property after 60 days from the order, it will belong to CLTC. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.